Here's another one from when I was kind of in my uh stage of like thinking I want to go back. This one's called Depth, and I have a note down at the bottom of it that says this poem doesn't quite get at what I want to say, but I'll explain what I wanted to say anyway because I think I remember. But here's how it goes. Looking back, I remember that night, feeling under attack, full of fright. A week's thought wasn't enough. A week's pain made a decision rough. I broke things too soon, although you agreed. I was just afraid of how much you hurt me. I never knew another could hurt me in this way. So like that ending there's a little rough because I was trying to get the meaning in there and ultimately I didn't. But essentially what I was trying to get at is I kept rerunning the night when everything went wrong in my head. And I think that, we went on break for like a week, and what I'm saying here is a week's thought wasn't enough, and a week of pain made the decision ultimately that I made kind of rough and probably rushed. And so I was lamenting that here, and like I can't really take it back now. I think if I had kind of worked through it, maybe things would have ended up differently. But that's not just like I'm not saying that now. I think that's like what I felt. I think now I'm happy to be where I am, and but that was kind of what I was feeling. I think when I was writing this is just like definitely like mourning a decision, but we often make decisions influenced by our emotions. And I thought at the time that it's all about perspective. So during when I wrote this, I thought, well, honestly, when I had made the decision to finally break up, I thought that I was making the right decision. I thought I was making a rational one. But I think even looking from my perspective now, 6 months later, I was definitely acting out of a lot of emotion because I hadn't quite felt it before, like that extremely. And I don't think it's a terrible thing to make mistakes like that. Obviously, I've learned from it. But yeah, I think when I wrote this, I was just kind of recognizing that I was very emotionally charged the decision that I made, and I think hers was as well. That's why she probably agreed to the decision. I mean, she didn't really give me any pushback, she was tired. I think she was hurting, and that's probably my only regret is that I couldn't tend to her needs more. I wouldn't ever want somebody else to hurt because of something I did. I think a lot of people can probably sympathize with that. Is that a lot of us don't want to cause those that we love pain, and even now I wouldn't want to do that to her or anybody. But that's pretty much what that poem's about. It's pretty like niche. I don't know if anybody would actually relate to something like that except on the broader like scale of making a decision when you're emotionally charged. I think whenever it's something big, just take a step back, take a deep breath, like break it apart, assess it, see what's going on here, and then let yourself feel that too. Don't block things out. That's what I did for the first month after the breakup. Is I just kind of, I don't know, just kind of became a brick wall, you know. But the only place I let my emotions out was in this, and as I opened up, I started to tell other people, tell my friends, and once I started telling friends, I couldn't stop because it just was such like a release to tell people about my pain. And I was and I am still so blessed to have friends that will listen to me about that sort of thing. So work through it and maybe find somebody to talk to. That's my advice from this one. Take a step back, take a deep breath. Ultimately, it's going to be okay. Thanks for being here, and if you like the poem, I would appreciate a little bit of love for the video, and hope to see you again next time.